So now we have encountered a problem that's really common to most programmers. So let's just Google it out first. So what we would actually Google? We would Google like how to load images through an API in Swift UI, and you can see that it actually just came because yes, I tried doing it earlier as well. So now let's just open the link, and fortunately someone had asked this question and it's on Stack Overflow. So half of our query is resolved, I can say. Now see that this it has been like 24 upvoted, 24 times upvoted as well, and he states that it's for iOS 15. He has just given us one line answer, but for our platform it's not yet iOS 15. So let's just scroll down for the other option he has, and instead of using his option, which was also truly good, I used this second one actually. And this guy has given us this thing which is async image, which conforms to the view builder type actually. And you just have to, he states that we just have to put this long as code inside another file. So yes, that's what we are going to actually do now. So let me just select everything, and then we would like go about pasting it inside another file. You see, we could just try to understand all of this, to be honest, yes, but when your work is being done, like you can just get a shortcut around things. You should always try for like smart work and not hard work. If you're actually getting the exact answer for something, then it's pointless to like try to do it on your own. And I don't think at your level you would be able to actually find, even I was able not able to find the thing. So that's why I just searched, and fortunately I found an answer. So that's how you get around things as well. And you can just post your own questions as well if you don't see any question of similar kind. So now that we have done this, we have pasted this much code, we can just use this code inside our view builder. So this is pretty simple code actually, like he's just calling that thing he created. And for the last part, I don't really like this frame property modifier that he has attached, so I would just get rid of it and add my one of my own. So I was thinking of adding three more modifiers to this. One would be obviously aspect ratio, which would be of the type fill in this case, not fit. You could either try with fill or fit, but sometimes fill also works quite fine, so I'm using fill. Now I would just give it a frame width of 100 and height of 100 as well, so it look quite decent. And lastly, to finish things off, we are giving it a clip shape, and for that I'm using rounded rectangle. You could use a capsule, circle, rectangles as well. It's totally up to you. So it comes with some predefined values like radius 25 and style continuous, and I think it's quite okay. So now we would try to run our app and see how does it actually look now, and if the image thing is actually working or not. So fortunately our app works now, and yes, instead of that string thing we had to add item.image.url, which I was not able to tell you at that time. But you see, there's one problem with the application. It's just showing a static API JSON data which it loaded, that's exactly upcoming, which is in the string that we have given it to use. But suppose if the user wants to see different stuff like movie or TV or something else, then how can he do that? It's just showing the upcoming section of my anime list. So our next big task would be to fix this issue. So we would actually enable user to have some UI components to interact with inside the application, and as soon as he interacts with them, it changes the value inside the string. So the web page the string is actually showing changes, and it's not showing just upcoming, it's showing anime, TV specials, top rated and everything. So we'll work on that in the next few videos.